well, man. Responding on YouTube like we promised.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I will be. Just eating my food. Gonna just quickly get some juice. Yeah, yeah, can't go wrong with some juice, especially when you're in good sugar rush, like literally. Easy to get hold of, cheap. Buy it in a big bottle. Like, it's chilled. know there's certain weeds you can just smell. Like literally, you can just smell when you grind it. Like literally straight away. Fuck. Like even on the train, I was just breathing it in. Like literally. Like right now, I can just smell it. Like, literally. Mm-hmm. What I will do though, is I'm going to do a little bit of investigation skills. Because I have another metal grinder, right? Like this one, and it's gold. However, I'm wondering if there's any part of it which is slightly better in terms of the blades being slightly more sharper. Because these ones feel pretty fucking knackered. So I'm going to try it with that and see how it goes. If my experiment is just a theory, or if it's something that actually will pan out. Fuck. I completely forgot about all these grinders, so I literally haven't been using them. Right. Right. Let's see how this thing starts. Looks good. Smells good. It does though, literally. Actually, I'll start off with Richie Spice. I'm just enjoying this vibe, like literally. I never thought I'd have this vibe ever again, I'll have to be honest with you.
At times I beg it, sometimes I steal it. I give it to some of my brethren and my sister to use it. It's the king of the forest, Babylon, they don't like it. The top is up, they eat the top and then they destroy it. They pick you up, they lock you up, they take it for a crime. It's the healing of the nation that you never know. The healing of the nation. Why? Marijuana,
Hey.
burning on the highway, the highest grade, gets into my head. Marijuana from the corner, you keep it calm, you make it smarter. Burning on the highway, the highest grade, gets into my head.
Just goes to show, not always, but sometimes, when you go out of your comfort zone and you travel a little bit further for your weed, you do get more for your buck. And also, it's very good weed. Wow. My apologies for the interruption. Oh, it's good to have that juice, mate. Oh, I feel so good. So good. Right. There you go. Popcorn. Or can. Depends on how you pronounce it. Just depends on how you pronounce it. It's good weed though. But as usual, I hope you're staying blessed. You're on good vibes. Life is treating you well. Life is treating me well. I'll be able to make a couple moves soon. And yeah, if I can get back in the sun.
Some things are better road, too pretty close. Now my class, none of them now see me pain. Furthermore, them never ask yet. Silence are the baddest weapon, so you know what me do. My darkness, man I work every day, them I walk on a street and a week, them I ask it. Them no want me to build my house, no want me to work, no ask it. Separation, them know me done, so give thanks to Jack when I pass it. So, take a youth, no make silly plan. Believe in yourself, be a man. Them want we feed it for the road, them want we bet million. Serious gun, where this system do enter you. Where them do enter you. Every day another man. Them don't not die. Them suffering from a smile. So, if we say peace, no problem, that. If we don't agree, a problem, that. The whole world have to see the problem stop. Nobody don't care that we starting now. Innocent youth have received gunshot. Mama, stop in a right and black. Oh God, I to go out of
Track up next is yes mate, Mr. Davis in the stream. It's good to see you in the stream, boss. Yeah, alright, boss. Fuck, Jesus, how many people want to add me? Why is there so many? Fuck me. There you go, boss. Check your notifications. No, yeah, I'm not an avid Snapchat user. Fuck, I'm going to this dealer again. I've got his number. Me now be bad up myself. Them know me bad already. Them know me and mad already. Make them families had already. Call me wide up when them one glass. He said he put up with it. Andrew. Bit wobbly on the old feet, mate. I sleep well tonight. I'm so glad I got this week of work. To be fair, I may see him before I go work. Although the job I'm going to be doing is pretty basic, smoking weed and bringing weed to work, so I'll probably just smoke one zoot. If I smoke 3 zoots before I go, and it'll just have to last me for the day. I'm not even going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it, especially the type of event that is. Fucking television, cameras everywhere. No point. And the media, the news, certain events, the news will purposely film security. So you get briefed like not to do certain things because the media will purposely film you and put it in the papers. It's fucking nuts, like literally. I don't work that many events like that, but this particular one is high profile. There's nothing wrong with me smoking weed, but it just causes a massive commotion, like literally. It's a massive commotion. And it seems like a weakling you smoking weed. It's just like,
Jamaica and my island. Have you heard me run the whole land and do the hot bodies down. Why drop when in one can? Me say the pussy of the day. Andrew Cox make the alien walk. Up a chatala in the yard man. But in a real life, but in a real life, but in a real life, you know see no boy with 3 life. What am I doing? What am I saying? I'm some lunatic. Let me know say we are the most pneumatic. Fix things, quick things. Me now people don't listen. Them know say me mad already. Them know me and mad already. Make them families mad already. Call me.
hey, El Chapo.
As the Commissioner of Police, I want to ensure the public that Miss Popcorn,
Fuck.
aka
I'm gonna roll one more. Like literally, they're really nice. But I'm gonna save it because obviously, for me, generally, I said this last time, but generally 2 zoots of this would sort me out, like literally. But I'm just gonna take it slow.
Yo, El Gringo, the Chapo, the vibe and the Chapo, fucking boss. Me overdo it, do the cake and repeat. Pull it in a face and a feet, left shell on the street. Make place for the street, boy, go out the world to go see. Empty the Mac 19 on your face and dance. So real bad man kill them, police come find them dead on the street like that. Them one rifle a sting them. Day one step up, boy, day one. Pussy man a bad from day one. Most out them them me no spear man. When my rifle a spray like days and that. Gunshot connect like 3-way. Slap out them head from the freeway. Boy body drop in a middle day. Bring up a dark squeeze up him in the key. See them think them evil yet. Empty the inch a take in a your pee-pee breath. Kill it take up in a them place. Wait in a them face when them a watch stage show up on the internet. Watch the boy need and send him out. Don't a man from the ice him chilling out. Cotton and read them picking out. Your love chat gunshot never miss your mouth. If the pussy them bad, get them running. A gunshot a bunny, yeah. El Chapo da. Kill it. El Chapo da. Kill it.
Jamaica. I also want to make that on my list of destinations to be going to. And out of everywhere in the world, aside from London, like the rest of my family are in Jamaica. Like literally, they're all in Jamaica. There's only a few of us. Well, there's quite a few of us that are in London, but yeah. But everyone else is in Jamaica. So if I went now, I'd just stay with family. Free accommodation, mate. The family perks, blood relative. Coming through, straight out of the UK. But it's jokes, because that's my heritage. But then, like, they'd see me as English, so it'd be really weird.
El Chapo da. Kill it. El Chapo da. Kill it. Evil.
Everything we can to find this person, and then trust me, we're going to find him. While we haven't received any solid evidence about Popcorn, aka El Chapo, and his killings, his influence in the community
Fuck this weed, like literally this weed.
makes him a person.
Oh mate.
So El Chapo, wherever you are, come to it.
El Chapo da, killy, El Chapo da, killy, evil and. Man, I real killy.
Right, this is all. Literally. Literally. Let me just. As I was saying, I'm going to test out my theory to see if these blades are slightly sharper. They're slightly sharper because this is another grinder. But this grinder is fucking had from long. And I had this nice grinder. If you're a long time subscriber, you may have heard the story. I had this nice gold grinder, but it was like light colour than this. It wasn't this bronze. It was like proper gold silver. Not gold silver, but shiny gold. It wasn't real gold, obviously, but just the colour and just the finish. Anyway, fucking, I was on the train to London. I was at the park with my pal. I was like, let's go to London. We had loads of weed with us. Like, we just picked up like a queue. And then, yeah, like literally, it was like early evening. We just picked it up. Like, we'd had food. We'd been chilling the whole day. And obviously, we'd only had like 2-3 zoots. So we had enough weed left. So it was like, yeah, let's go. So fucking, I had a rucksack. It was like a speaker bag, which I thought was really sick, but it was kind of pretty lame. But then it was pretty sick. It kind of reminded me, it was one of those retro 90s speaker bags because I bought it from the foreign shop. I always like to support those foreign shop. I say foreign shop, it's like either the Indian guy or the Chinese guy that sells all those fucking headphones and shit and fucking I love New York t-shirts for foreigners and tourists. Like, so yeah, foreign shop. And I went in there, I bought it from there, and I'd like spray painted it black. So again, it was kind of just like, yeah, it was just proper retro. It's just weird. Like literally, I thought it was all right. I wasn't in no phase. I just was like, fuck it, let me spray it black. But yeah, it was just a bit weird. Anyway, the point is, fucking, I went with that bag, and like, was listening to tunes on the train, but then the train splits at Hayward Heath. Like literally, it splits at Hayward Heath. So you have to make your way to the front of the train to make sure you're in the right part of the carriage. My grinder, I used to carry around a Tupperware box, like literally a Tupperware box. I don't anymore because I'm not a social smoker, and I don't really chill as much as I used to. But I used to carry around a Tupperware box in this bag. In this bag, and then it was 2 grinders, like an acrylic grinder. This golden grinder that I had, it was like this, exactly the same as this, really. But like, yeah, the finish. Some tobacco, maybe 12 packs of Rizzlers, Raws. Rizzler greens, mini skins. There was like 20 packs of mini skins because I used to stock up, and as I said, I was a social smoker, and I like to be prepared and stock up, like have everything stocked up, like have multiple of everything for the weed, like. And when I smoke socially, I'm a very giving person. Like, if I get the chance to smoke with people, then I like to just smoke and be generous. Like literally, I don't like to be stingy at all. But yeah, anyway, the point is, I had like a lot of supplies in there. So there was some weed there, but luckily we had made pre-rolls, and I'd had maybe at least a 3.5, so most of the draw, and we did smoke maybe 2 or 3 before the train on the platform. So like, there wasn't too much weed in there, but there was weed in there. I'd say at least an 1/8, like a generous 1/8. So like, and a fresh pouch backy. Anyway, we left, long and short of it. left this bag on the train. Like literally, we left it because like literally we were so stoned. It was like, oh yeah, let's rock up to the front of the train. So also once we get to Victoria, we wouldn't have to walk. So anyway, I left this bag on the train, and then we walked up to the front. And it wasn't until we got to Gatwick Airport, it was like fuck the bag. And then we went back for it, and it was literally just bags, suitcases, people everywhere. They were standing, they were sitting, like everywhere was taken. Like literally, I was like, oh my god, like literally, fuck. Like literally, that bag was nowhere to be seen. Like literally, that bag was nowhere to be seen. And luckily, it worked out that way, and it wasn't like a fucking terror fair or some shit. Because we would have been fucked over. Like literally, they would have followed us hard. Because we ended up blazing in like the front of Buckingham Palace. Like literally, there's like a grassy garden area. We were sitting there smoking weed. Like literally, it was such a chilled evening. Like it didn't even kill the vibe. Like because after that happened, we was like fuck. We were so stoned. It was like, okay, right, let's smoke a zoo. Like literally, because we'd like realised we'd got weed. Went out to the front of Victoria Station, just blazing a zoo. Then got on the tube. Then got some food. Went to M&M World. Went back on the tube. Yeah, just done loads of touristy shit really. But it was just when we were stoned. Like literally, it was chilled. It was a pretty good evening in the end. But yeah, I lost that fucking grinder. Is the moral of that story. Like literally. Anyway, on with the fucking weed. Like literally, I'm gonna test this theory about the grinder, as I said. It's very heavy and dense Crodo, so you could be generous with a nug and not realizing you're putting actually more than you actually need. My theory was not correct. And I've said this a million times, but I'm going to clean these grinders. And get them up and running again. In full functioning order. Sheesh. fucking bit weird. It's just fucking in a weird shape. Anyway, on with the tunes. What's wrong with your eyebrow? What's wrong with your eye, fam? No, seriously, I'm trying to focus. This is not stop. Let's try. Fuck it, I don't even know what I'm feeding. Fuck it. I mean, there's never really too many shit songs that I have on repeat, so.
Hey boss, somebody tell me say you're selling good things, boss. And you see how like it's a long time me not get this much something that tastes good. Yeah, I sell me a drop. A 16. Looks good, smells good. Make the ice some Rizzler and a little piece of cigarette. Make I see how this thing start. Respect. Breeze away. Breeze away. Breeze away. Make the eye lighter. Are the real things. My eyes are red. I've been burning. I've been burning. Here's the reason why. My eyes are red. I've been burning. I've been burning. I've been burning. I've been burning. I've been where I come from, money with it is a habit. I'll be proper, but I bring it, you know I got to have it. Cause if I don't have it in my pocket, I go to panic. Cause like I said, where I come from, we smoking is a habit. Yeah, we could have on and a return in the hood. But if I think I have been everything like I get from and should. One of them things is smoking with it, cause it makes me feel good. Money like it says to me, yes, it makes me feel. But me, someone like that says to me, is a drug. And if I start to smoke it, I'm gonna turn into a thug. Where I come from, that they talk, it could only get you up. Where I come from, money weed, it is a blessing from above. Where I come from, yes, we money, when we have it, so rubber up. Where I come from, yes, we money, after we just come and fill up. Where I come from, yes, we money, when the sun starts shine. I blaze, I grade weed all the time. My eyes are red. I've been burning, I've been burning. My eyes are red. I've been burning. I've been burning. I've been burning on a for your high grade. I've been burning. I've been I smoke weed, that's why my shit remains raw. I should have went over the this bringing down hardcore. So set to my dish, we don't see what I got in store. Conscious lyrics, you know I got them galore. So fling on a little jockey when you drop it up the door. Sleep on bed,
Wow.
sleep on floor. Name it reverse, I need to know what some more.
I'm definitely going to be locking it off after this. This week, mate. That dealer's got himself a new customer, I'll tell you that now. I'll tell you that now. Wow.
I've been blazing, I've been blazing, I've been burning, I've been Sense Amelia, apparently first found in the great King Solomon's grave. But about that I don't know. But one thing that I do know, sweetly Sense Amelia got to grow. Sweetly Sense Amelia got to grow. I want to money right now. You know, but to collect the money right now. Anyway, anyhow. My eyes are red. I've been burning. I've been burning. Reason why. My eyes are red. I've been burning. I've been blazing. I've been blazing. I've been burning. I've been. My eyes are red.
And on that note, literally, time out, motherfuckers. Time out. Safe for tuning in. And yeah. Stay blessed, stay lean, in peace.